start things off, the current single is Born in the Burn, right? It's like tearing up, like it's empty everywhere. So how happy are you with the success of that so far?
You know, that song was, there's a really cool story with that song being that our fans were kind of the ones that made that song happen on the radio. When they started playing at the radio station, it was because of them. We made the video because they were we were actually done with singles at that point, moving on and making the next record. There was a demand for that song, so some stations started playing it, and that's why it ended up on the radio in the first place. And so the label said, here, let's get it on a few more stations before we move on to the next single. So hopefully soon we'll put out a single on the new record. We're about halfway done with that record, so hopefully next year we'll have that going.
Runner seems like a really great transition just to get away from the music from the radio. And it's a song that means a lot to us. It's one of our favorite songs on the record, so we're just happy to have a little bit of time on the radio.
Yeah, I was going to ask what the story behind the song is.
Behind the song? The song itself, like, we had this idea for when it was idea, and then when we sat down to write it, we kind of just,
we have a Chris.
When we wrote it, you know, it's really just about this girl that uses music to kind of make her way through the struggles of life. So, you know, the idea of comparing it to the story of Windermere and Arthur, you know, that struggle.
Where's the authority?
Yeah, it's a loose comparison, but it's really just about that struggle. And using music to make it work.
Well, I mean, I think music can be therapeutic all around.
For everybody.
You know, I think a lot of people use music like one universal language that all of us can hear.
And sometimes, I mean, like, with music, you know, you get the cut and dried to the point. And we do a little of that too, but we like to make some songs like subjective to the listener, you know, and I think it makes it easier to relate to their own life, you know, when they hear it.
So, how happy are you guys to be part of Country Journey?
This is a huge tour for us. There's so many artists, and we're going to a lot of places where we've never toured. We've been a band for 9 years, so a lot of the places we've been working on pretty much making one band at a time, you know. And so now that we've had some radio success and being on this tour, we get to be in front of a lot of new fans that some haven't heard of us before, some have just heard a few songs on the radio, but they're really getting to, you know, see us in our element and get to see us play, you know, not only the songs they hear on the radio, but some of our other songs.
Well, that's good. I think this is like the first time I've seen like a roving country tour. You know, you have the Warm Tours, and now you have you know, the Duggle and the...
It's kind of the first of its kind for country radio.
And everybody, for the most part, you know, gets, you know, the same amount of time. Nobody's playing against each other, you know. It's just been a really cool thing. You got artists collaborating and
writing songs with each other, getting up on stage with each other. You know,
it's a traveling family.
We've been getting up with Jackie every night, playing with him on some of the shows. Jamie Johnson invited us on stage tonight. It's just been really cool and a cool experience. Hopefully, not only for us, but also for the fans that are coming out to the shows.
I think long term this is going to be the model that really works in country. Right now, I think fans are, you know, they're not used to something like this. They're used to, like, you know, maybe two opening acts playing for 20 minutes a piece and then the headliner going on. And this is, you know, something's getting, you know, everybody's getting to experience a dozen acts. We get a chance to meet a lot of people, and there's a lot of fan interaction. You know, we've been out there for the past few hours signing and getting to meet a lot of people. So I think it's going to be hopefully a new model that really drives this.
So what should fans be expecting with your follow-up about it?
You know, as musicians, you know, we pretty much, I mean, we started from the ground up. We really, you know, started playing in small clubs and we started really expanding in a very organic kind of way. And so as time has gone on, we've gotten better at entertaining, better at songwriting, better at recording albums. And so this next record is kind of that next step in evolution of really continuing to hone in on our sound and capturing what we do live on the record, and it's kind of, you know, going to be that next step.
So do you guys feel like you've matured a bit along the way with everything.
And and we're writing about different things too. As we've continued through this road that we've been on, we've just been experiencing it and writing about it. And so that's what's ending up on the record.
So, as a just for fun question, what is your favorite guilty pleasure song? Something that we might be surprised when we're into?
We haven't had a lot. They do a barbecue every night here, so everybody kind of hangs out together. But a lot of times we're on the road. It ends up being like this crazy '80s dance party on the bus after the show. And so you name it, like hair bands, Michael Jackson. There's just a lot of
Just my Motley Crue, like.
a little bit of Motley Crue, maybe a boy band running there from fun. It's just a lot of there's a lot of guilty pleasure songs.
It's New Kids on the Block. You can enjoy.
That's exactly what he was
Our
doing.
childhood, yeah.
The Humpty Dance.
Yeah, why not? So, what would you list as one of the most memorable moments of your career so far?
I think getting a few. Well, one was getting to do the Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
I was going to ask
And,
about how that was, because you guys did Tonight Show and Kimmel, right?
That was just kind of one of those pinch yourself moments, like, four guys from Denton, Texas, playing bars, how did we get here?
As it's continued to grow for us, we kind of just stay the same people, and then we kind of have continued to reach new levels of success. And then sometimes you just really aren't completely aware of how things are changing around you. And so you reach a point where you're sitting backstage, you're about to play the Tonight Show, and Jay Leno walks into the room to say hi, and you're like, is this really happening? I was on the phone with my dad when Jay came backstage, and I was kind of at a loss for words. I'm like, Dad, I need you to hold on 1 second. Jay Leno just walked into the room. And so then Jay, it's at your pops. So Jay took the phone from me and started talking to my dad on the phone. My dad thought I was playing a joke on him. I didn't really think he was talking to Jay Leno.
And of course, Jay's wearing his jeans and his denim shirt, and he's exactly like you think he'd be on stage. Totally great guy.
Some of the other moments, we played the Grand Ole Opry for the first time. We got to debut at the Ryman, which was, I think, a pretty important milestone for us, being country music.
Country artists. I always hear that is like the mecca to get to.
It's the epitome of everything that we do and what we shoot for, and being able to stand on that stage where so many before us have stood and everybody respects that place. Everybody, when they walk on that stage, they feel very lucky and fortunate to be there, and it's really surreal to be a part of that.
And even this, to be just a part of a national tour, and just go all across America playing music and being with all these other great artists, being able to go watch from backstage, and you got to take a minute, and it's like, holy cow, this is really cool.
So what are your plans for the rest of the summer and into the fall?
When we finish this tour, we go back to the studio and wrap up the record, and we're out festivals and headlining shows. Hopefully it won't release it next week. Hopefully it's just getting ready for that next step, the new record. So
what is one thing that you can't live without on the road?
iPhone.
Those probably the all the way around iPhone.
I'm sticking with the other.
Coffee maker.
Catering. We'll miss it after this tour is gone.
Great. Well, is there any final message or comment you'd like to share with our site visitors at Pop Culture Madness?
We love what we do, and we feel very lucky and fortunate to be doing it, and being able to have the freedom to create music that hopefully people see as different and special. Being able to have that freedom to create that music and have fans come out and sing it is an incredible thing. And I feel very lucky and fortunate, and I think all four of us do. And if people are reading it, if people are listening to it, if they're paying attention at all, we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.